Hello guys, Maxim here and welcome to another soul sacrifice video. Today I'm gonna be doing something a little different. I'm not gonna be showing you more of the gameplay, at least in this video, but I'm gonna focus on the inner workings of the game, as you may call them, the spell system, your artificial intelligence companions and stuff like that. Because this is actually very interesting and much more complex than you might thought at the beginning. At least I wasn't expecting so much depth into it. So let's start maybe with spells. Now, how all this works. I was misled by thinking that you gain new spells by gathering them on the maps, because on every map you have those gathering spots. You can suck the power out of them, and sometimes that's a temporary spell, and I thought that maybe if you have a free slot in your quick slot bar, then you gain this spell and you can use it whenever you wish, and it ends up being in on the screen when you can select it before the mission and stuff like that. But actually no, that's not the case. You only get spells, at least in the demo, you only get spells by simply completing the quests, defeating the monsters, and you get the best spells by defeating the boss monsters. And the better score you get at the end, the better chance you'll get some of the more powerful and rare spells. Now let me show you how you can check that. Let's select any quest here. When you select the monster, you select the quest you want to do. Here you have a little list. Well, obviously this is all in Japanese in this version of the demo, so I can really understand what's in there. It's a bunch of moon runes for me so far, but you can kinda see what kind of spells you can get from this. If you go to your spell selection screen, for instance, and you can compare the names to those names you already have, or when you press the left trigger, you have the spell creation screen, when you can combine the spells you already have to create new ones. And here you can see which spells you need to have in your inventory to create the new one. So you can just compare those names like I do. Face in a Hat, Fence, Quigley and something something, and I just go to the boss screen and check out the list, and that way I actually was hunting for some of the spells that I was missing. I'm still missing a couple, but I haven't defeated the last boss of the demo yet. I intend to do it today, maybe with some Japanese players, or maybe I will attempt it with my AI buddies, but they are, let's say, sometimes semi-useful. But I'm gonna talk about it a little later. Now let's get back to the spells. So okay, you have the spells. At the beginning you are given the very basic spells as the reward. The harder the monster is, obviously, the better spells you can get. And as I mentioned, the better your score is, the better the chance you'll get the really powerful spell. Now, in this screen, you can actually level up your spells. How do you do this? You need to have at least 3 spells of the same kind. Like here, I have 4 those metal hatchets, and if you press triangle, you go to the upgrade screen. It shows you here that you have 4, and after the upgrade you'll be left with 2. But you will also get, in this case 2, because I already have one of those, but normally that would be just 1. You will get 1 spell with 1 star, that means level 2, I guess, because I'm just assuming level 1 is the basic one. So if you combine those, you get 1-star spells, and to update those to 2-star spells like this one, you actually need to have two or I think three. You need to have 3 1-star spells, and so on and so forth. So I guess it looks like each spell, I mean, I'm kind of guessing here, each spell maybe can be upgraded 4 times, so it has 4 stars. So I'm just assuming that if you want a 4-star spell, then you need 3-star spells to combine them and make a 4-star spell, something like that. I guess I might be wrong, but it seems like that from what I've seen in the demo. And okay, I also was saying in the previous videos that once you run out of spell during the battle, it's gone. I mean, yeah, it's gone during that battle, and it's gone for as long as you want to recharge it, but you can actually recharge it. Here I have a healing spell, pretty good one, and I accidentally burned it all out completely during the last mission. So let me show you how do you recharge it. You just press triangle again. No, not triangle. Triangle, but I was clicking in the wrong place. And this is the recharge screen. Here you have a kind of a currency in the game. How do you get this currency? After defeating each boss, after completing each quest, you just go out of the screen completely so that you can see the book like that, and it always has something to say, and it starts tearing up. The tear is coming from inside. You just swipe the tear, and those tears, I guess, it's the currency used to recharge your spells and stuff like that. I'm gonna show you how to exactly recharge. So yeah, you select the spell, press triangle, you agree. This is the current amount of cash you have, which is 80 in my case, and 6 is the cost of recharging the spell. So let's go ahead and recharge it. Yeah, now it's recharged and ready to go again. It's best to try and not to burn out your spells during missions. You save some currency that way, and you can always recharge the spell during the battle by killing those little monsters that are appearing during the big fights and sacrificing them, or by sucking the power out of some of those gathering spots. So okay, this covers recharging the spells, but since we are talking about recharging, let's go ahead. Here you have your limits. I'm calling them limits because I treat them like limit breaks in Final Fantasy games and stuff like that. When you use those, you actually seem to get weakened a little bit, because each time you start a mission and you don't have your limit break charged, your character is falling to the ground for a second, and he doesn't look as good as he should. So maybe that's just visual, but I'm guessing it's not. It may have some impact on your performance, like maybe you have a reduced damage or you are more susceptible to damage. I have no idea how exactly that works, but yeah, so let's go ahead and recharge this. Unfortunately, recharging those spells is pretty expensive. As you can see, it will cost me 50 of those tiers, but let's go ahead and do this anyway, since I'm gonna need this one. And as you can see, you have 4 more slots. In the demo you only have this one. It's from what I know, it's called Salamander, the big fiery spell. I'm gonna show it to you in a sec. Alright, so this is recharged. Spells are recharged. Now let me show you a little bit about creation spells. Creation of spells, I mean combining. So yeah, let's say I have found a cool spell which is a stone golem. It's like a kind of a like stationary sentry. he comes up from the ground and bashes the enemies nearby, but he doesn't have a whole lot of reach, so you only can use it correctly in the very near proximity to the enemy. But here you can create it. As you can see, I cannot because I'm missing one of the lesser spells. But never mind that. I want to change my yeah, I want to upgrade my stone golem to poison golem. I guess poison should be more powerful than just pure physical attack. But let's see, what do I need? Wait, where was it on the list? Oh, here it is. Okay, so that's a poison golem. You can tell that it's poison because there are color codes on the spells. It's like that. Red is fire, blue is ice, yellow is lightning, purple is poison, and just simply white is physical, from my understanding. So okay, what do I need for this poison golem? I need a regular golem, which I do own fortunately, and a poison fist. I don't have a poison fist yet, so I'm gonna create it because I have the proper components. So I'm gonna combine the physical fist with poison roots. So let me go ahead and combine them. Alright, now I have a poison fist in my inventory. So I will be... yes, I will be able to create the poison golem, and here it is. It uses the components I mentioned before, and let's create it. Thank you. Alright, so here's something very nifty about the game. You can actually try out your new spells before you go into battle, which is very useful because, you know, sometimes I got those new spells and I thought, oh, it's awesome, and went into battle and found out that not that they were bad, but they weren't right for me, at least. They weren't suiting my fighting style. But here you can, in the spell selection menu, you can press select, and it's gonna take you to that little arena where you can try your spells whenever you want, and this is very useful and very cool. You don't have to start a long quest just and then like forfeit it or something like that, so that you can only test the spells. Okay, let's try the poison golem I just created. Okay, let's cast. Alright, there we go. And he bashes the shit out of the rat. And it's kinda shame that in this arena you have only rats, because they are very weak enemies, and after you level up a little bit they pretty much die if you even do as much as farting in their general direction. So that's kind of a test, but it would be cool to be able to choose the enemy you want to test your spells on. Maybe you will be able to do it in the full version of the game, I don't know. I suspect it should be an option, but you can never tell. Here's one of the others. This is the root kind of spell. Why it's root? It looks like a root. That's one thing, but it works like sort of a ranged spell. You charge it. I mean, you don't have to charge it. You can just simply press the button and release the weakest attack. But there are two stages of charge, and the more charged it is, obviously, it's more powerful. So yeah, let me lock on target and let me charge it. One charge, and he broke my charge. So let's try again. One charge and second charge. Bam! So this is the root spell. You have obviously your range spells, ice thorns in this case, which are very cool because they look like frozen roses. There's so much, those fine details in this game, it's unbelievable. Ice sword. In the demo I see that you mainly get you get the most of the ice spells, but maybe that's because the last boss in the demo is very susceptible to ice. But you also get some weaker fire element spells and lightning element spells and poison, of course. Okay, do I have something else interesting to show you here? No, not really, just a healing spell. So yeah, let's quit this little arena. So yeah, that's pretty much what I know about the spells. There may be more to it. If you know something about the system that I have missed, then just feel free to leave a comment or send me a message. I'm always hungry for more knowledge about this game. So okay, let's say we dealt with the spell part. Now let's go to your teammates. So you get new teammates by simply rescuing or showing mercy to your defeated foes, because every monster is actually a human being being transformed, and when you kill it, you can sacrifice it, get some more power out of it, and what I call evil XP, or get some good XP, save the guy, and from that point on he will be available on this screen, so you can choose the guy as your teammate for the next battle. The funny thing is here, I only have two of those right now, because I had much more. But when you are not using your comrades for some time, I don't know what's the amount of time after they leave, but they actually leave, they disappear from this list. But if you are using them all the time, they stick with you and they actually get more powerful. At the beginning, here's oh, god damn it. Let me choose this again. You can see a little bar here. It shows the rank of your teammate. Those weaker ones you get at the beginning of the game and at the beginning of the demo always start as rank D, which is very typical for Japanese RPGs. It goes from D all the way up to S, I assume, because I haven't reached that yet. So as you can see, I used this girl quite a bit, and she leveled up twice. They gain, I suppose, health and some maybe offensive abilities, but they also gain more spells. At the beginning they only have 3, this one has 4. I have used this one a little more. She's already A and on the way to S. She's got 5 spells, which is really cool, and I think she can only get 6, but 6 is good. This is the same amount you have with your quick slots. So yeah, you level up them by simply taking them to the mission and stuff like that. Alright. One thing about your comrades is that you can sacrifice them during battle if they fall. And once you do that, you obviously release this powerful attack that does a lot of damage to the enemy, but you also kinda lose your teammate, but not forever. Your teammate will be here, but his name will be grayed out or something like that, and you won't be able to select him for the next battle. But you can revive them exactly the same way you recharge your spells. You just press triangle and you can revive them. It costs you a lot of those tears again, so this is your choice if you want to sacrifice some of your currency to be able to sacrifice the guy during the battle, or will you be saving that guy or that girl all the time so that you can save some money for later. Okay, leveling up. You're actually leveling up in the game, which is this game uses a pretty nice system. You level up by doing good things like saving your victims, whether those are boss enemies or just simple animals and stuff like that that you fight in the maps. And evil, I don't know if it's called good and evil, I just call it that way because it's easier for me. So you can distribute one and another as the way you like. And from my understanding, the blue one, the good XP, gives you more like defensive power, maybe more health, something like an armor or something like that. And the red one is focused on offensive powers, offensive spells. I guess those levels influence the power of your spells. The blue ones are more focused on the defense, and red ones on offense. What is interesting about the system, that you can respec at any given time. Now, just earlier today, I was 10-10, so I was equally good and bad. My glove, my hand, wasn't like looking like that. It was just gray. Or maybe I will be able to show it to you somehow without actually respecing. So you select which one you want to reduce. Let's say I want to reduce the evil one. No, it doesn't show up here. You can see the bar is moving, showing the balance between the spells. So you can respec in that way that you reduce the level on one on the other side, but those levels you just subtracted, they are gone. You have to regain them by whether sacrificing or saving your victims. Okay, so that's enough about that. Yeah, it's cool because your kinda alignment reflects in the looks of your arm. It's also visible in game, so that's very interesting. As I said, there's a lot of detail, even when it comes to graphics in this game. And here you have what I call tattoos. Some call them glyphs. Maybe they are right. I have no idea yet, because I cannot read Japanese. And they are color coded the same way the spells are. So I'm guessing the colors correspond to the spells. Like green is electric. No, actually green wasn't electricity. There is no green except for healing, I guess. So maybe it's not related to directly to the spells, but from what I see here, it gives you you can balance your way in, you know, give you some more offensive power, so it powers up your offensive spells, defensive power, so it gives you more HP, and maybe powers up your defensive spells. I'm not quite sure yet, but it certainly looks interesting, and it shows a lot of possibilities to customize the way you play. And how do you gain those? You gain those by simply fighting the powerful monsters, and maybe also by advancing into the story. You cannot advance too much in the in the demo, obviously. One more thing about the levels. In the demo you are limited to level 20, so you can be either level 20 red or level 20 blue, or anything in between. I wanted some more offensive power, so I respect a little bit and made it 13. So. Okay, so we covered that. That's pretty much about it when it comes. Oh, and you can see here that your hand really is showing up in the game. So it can be pure white, gray if it's well balanced, or red if it's more on the evil side. Okay, now I wanted to show you a little bit about sacrificing and limits. So I'm gonna choose one mission that is not especially hard, that's not a very hard boss fight. The Onion Man, the Smithy turned into a big ball of fire. I think I'm gonna stick to the spells I selected before. They should be good because I have 3 ice spells which are awesome against fire enemies. And let's do it. Here this screen is showing you which teammates you selected. You can select others here if you have any other teammates and start the fight. I'm not gonna be doing the whole fight because you already saw it in my previous videos. I'm just gonna go ahead and sacrifice someone and sacrifice myself. I mean, let myself be sacrificed. And I'm gonna show you something interesting, what happens to your character if you are sacrificed. So let's skip that introduction scene. We've seen that already. Yeah. Okay. Let me get that free weapon. I don't have this spell at my disposal yet. I don't know if it's even available in the demo. Let's get into the boss fight. Okay, you can skip those scenes. I mean, release it, kinda release yourself from watching it, so you can prepare for the battle instead of looking at the pretty animations. Okay, I'm not gonna be fighting this guy too much because I actually want to die. But first, I would like to get one of my teammates killed, so that I could sacrifice one of them. I'm gonna try and always have one of those girls between me and the boss, so he will roll over them and kill them more easily. Not something I would normally do, that's for sure. It's taking so long. And for a change, I don't like it. Okay, one of them is already red, and she died. Great, that's what I was waiting for. Now I'm gonna sacrifice her and see what happens. There we go. She's releasing those blades out of her body, and the boss is gonna get impaled. Nice. That took quite a bit of his health. Now I'm gonna allow myself to be killed before the other teammate dies, because if she will die, then who will sacrifice me? Okay, focus on me, dude. Focus on me. Good. That's right. Now I'm on fire, so I should die even quicker now. Yeah, here, take it. Okay, roll me over now. Okay, and I died. That's cool. And now I can choose to be saved or sacrificed. I'm gonna press circle to get sacrificed. I can press square to ask for help so that they save me. And press triangle to die instantly. Now you're gonna see what's gonna happen. Okay, he's getting impaled. A big chunk of his health is done. And now it's an interesting thing. You are a ghost, you cannot fight for the rest of this battle, so you're out of it. Oh, and he's limping, so he's almost done. But you can do this. I'm not sure what that does. I'm gonna have to try it online with someone, because here you have a gauge, this blue bar, and tapping the monsters or your teammates drains that gauge, but it regenerates pretty fast. I just wonder what purpose does it serve actually. When you are dead, it's also worth to notice that you can see the exact health of the monster. You have a green bar, you see green and red numbers indicating that somebody is getting hit or healed. So that way you can possibly also test certain magics against certain monsters. If you're playing with someone you can communicate with, so you can see what exact damage those spells are doing against the monster. But yeah, this is the really interesting part. I really need to try it, and I will maybe explain it in other videos what that does. Maybe it highlights the enemy on the map, or maybe for a brief time it shows his health to other players. It's really hard to tell right now, I'm just guessing here. But yeah, monster is almost done, but I don't think she'll be able to pull it off, because it seems that she's only down to the healing magic. Yeah, she only heals herself over and over, so I could be waiting here for half an hour and don't see the end of it. Alright, I'm gonna actually quit this battle, because it doesn't make much sense to stay here. I showed you what I wanted to show you. The touchy thing, the spectator mode. The full game is gonna have a voice communication built in, so even if you'll be dead and you'll be running around as a ghost, you will be still pretty useful for your team, because you will be able to tell them how much health the enemy has, or maybe coordinate about the battle a little bit if you're playing in a good team. So that's a certainly interesting mechanic, giving you some nice possibilities. I have no idea what this does. It's really interesting. Alright, but let me go ahead and actually quit that battle. There's no much point in continuing this fight. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what I wanted to show you in this video. I hope you liked it and it got you even more interested in the game, because it certainly looks like the gameplay is very deep and rich. It's not like just another stupid hack and slash game. And certainly this will be a nice addition to the Vita library, something that the console really needs, because it's a pretty sweet piece of hardware, but people constantly diss it for the lack of the good games. Although there are a lot of good games, I don't know what people are talking about, but never mind that. Well, okay. I think I showed you everything I wanted to show you in this video, so I'm gonna wrap it up. So thanks for watching, and see you in another video. Bye.